my feel-good breakfast show.
And you are back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, dishing out all the feel good on this Wednesday morning. And right now we're going to do even more of that with the incredibly talented South African singer and songwriter Gareth James joins us, fresh from his award-winning performances in the US of A. And we're going to about to dive into his inspiring story. It's so good to have him back here. But before we get into it, let's take a sneak peek at his talents.
The world don't need another soapbox preacher talking about streets of gold. Just someone they can lean on and a steady hand to hold. We don't need bigger churches or with higher steeples. We need deeper love, softer hearts, and better people.
Oh, better people indeed. Don't we? Can we get a round of applause? Gareth James in the house. Welcome home, son. Welcome home. I know it's been a few months. I would imagine you haven't stopped to take a breath since coming back.
Honestly, no.
Looking at your tour schedule, some amazing tribute concerts as well that give us a beautiful kind of understanding of where the musical influences come from. But we got to ask, dude, you've been to the US, you spent 4 months. It's got to be said, on probably the toughest circuit in the world when it comes to your lane. What was that experience like, bro?
You know what? It's the kind of thing that is really difficult to really, explain. But all I can say is the talent that I came across in the States is ridiculous, and and to be put in the same sort of caliber as those people was really like an amazing feeling,
Well done.
But you were right there, and that is so exciting. I've got to ask you though, I mean, I'm sure there were so many of these, but what were some of the highlights that you can really pick out, being in a foreign space, being in the first world space, but being there because of your talent and skill?
When I arrived in Texas for the Texas Sounds Awards, and I got to see the other talent, I actually went straight onto a video call with my wife, and I was like, babe, this doesn't look like it's happening. There's like crazy talent here. I mean, every single person from the one to the next was just incredible, So when it came my time to perform, which was initially supposed to be at the end of the thing, they said, no, we're changing it now. You're performing first. So after I performed, like, I've got this. It's in the bag. Until after the rest of the people, went on, I was like, well, never mind. But it was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, I love that.
Winning awards, you almost can't invest too much in that sort of thing because they are going to be the biggest of your life that you're going to lose. And if that's your measurement of success, you're probably going to lose every time. And you need to be able to play the long game. But when you do get the recognition that, but when you think of how hard, how many hours you've spent perfecting your sound, working on your tone, working on lyrics, how does that feel?
It was such an incredible feeling that when they called my name, I kind of had to look around to make sure they were calling me.
Is there another James?
Guy was like, hey, it's you. So it was really like surreal. I really had for a couple of days after later, sort of, is this real?
And rightly so, man.
Yeah. Who was the first person you called to just like?
My wife, straight away.
She was still on video call.
She was,
She actually was.
The entire time.
I was on video call, and friends of mine was holding the phone.
Stop, I love this.
Man.
Because you do need that support system. And it's so good to be in a collaboration with somebody that's there for you every step of the way,
100%.
that's seen you in your darkest and can celebrate those wins along with you as
Absolutely,
well. And also get into some new music with you. I'm sure she's been on that journey.
Well, listen, that's a conversation for a whole nother day.
The inspiration, I'm sure, too.
She must ask every day, is this one about me or...
No. It's normally a case of, really, this one?
So she's basically a normal wife then.
Yes, I know that for sure. But let's talk about this new music. I mean, Feb is going to be such a huge month for you. It's the month of love. It's the month of Gareth James. So let's get into what you've got prepared for us.
Well, I actually signed a deal with a record company out of North Carolina.
Amazing.
And so we're going into studio. We're actually in the studio process at the moment, putting out a new single in Feb,
Has this changed the influence? Because now you've had influence that is now, as opposed to growing up with it, listening. And I know you dip into a lot of different pools of influence, but this sound that we're going to get from you now, is it going to be different?
You know what? I come from a rock and roll background, and I kind of steered away from it over the years. And the new sound, it's going all the way back to the roots again. It's just, I haven't lost the country sound that I love so much.
Yeah.
You know, so I've just sort of incorporated the rock and roll roots, you know, just to bring it back again, you know. So a lot of the older fans that I lost over the years, you know, that weren't really into the country thing, we'll probably find them coming, knocking on the door again. Hey, where you at? Where you been?
Yeah,
So
also-
I'm really looking forward to the new sound as well. It's gonna be cool.
And country has a new relevance at the moment.
does,
It's a different
It's
genre.
evolving constantly.
Yeah.
And a new audience too, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
so exciting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, Gareth James rocking and rolling, baby. We can't wait to get into it. Again, we get VIP seats. That's the most exciting part into this journey, and maybe a sneak peek into the next single that we're going to see come February.